All right. All right. All right. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Munchkins. It's Memorial Day weekend, right? And everyone's grilling, you know, pretty much people do that, right? But I had a serviceman in my life because I think that's what Memorial Day is supposed to be about. I'm, I've never served in the armed forces and don't regret that, but I did have someone in my life who was, and that was my dad, the man who raised me, James Jackson, aka Harold Lloyd. And I did a lot of cooking for my dad. I was blessed enough to do that grill for him a lot. I had actually rebuilt a grill, huge one in his backyard once, and he enjoyed that with his friends. But I'll tell you something that my dad really liked, and that was frying chicken and fish. So today, that's what I'm doing. I am frying chicken and fish, and well, you take a look at the fish. All right, there's the fish I was talking about. Got some black bass in there, got some porgy in there, and some whiting fillets in there, huge. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to eat it. Yes, Lord. Look at that piece of bass right there. That's a nice piece of bass. I'm thinking maybe I'll have a fish sandwich with the whiting and just eat a piece of bass because I have actually some porgy in there too, as you saw earlier. So I don't want to be greedy, but hey, I love fish, and so did my pop. I finally got it. I got it. It's all done. It's finished. The fish is done. I've got a nice piece of whiting right here, as you can see. This is black bass, and this porgy. You like these to be fried really hard, so can you hear that? Oh man, this is gonna be so good. And I've got me some homemade coleslaw. All right, I made that, and tartar sauce, and of course, what is fish without hot sauce? I didn't make this, but that's all right. I'm gonna enjoy it just the same. I'm so looking forward to this. Whatever it is that your favorite thing to have or do it. Life is short, right? And in the process, you gotta have yourself a great urban eat. All right, Munchkins, I'll holler at you in a minute. I'm getting ready to take this in. Fried crispy.
I can't believe the dough you got on the sofa.
Pay for quality, not regret. That's part of Haverty's regret-free guarantee. It's time to expect more from furniture shopping. Haverty's, we furnish happiness.
Oh, hey, Munchkins. Didn't know you were there. Hey, listen, today I am doing one of my favorite things to do, which if you've been following me for any length of time, is making Asian cuisines, Korean and Chinese particularly, but I love them all. And today I made Mrs. Oz's favorite, lo mein. This is a chicken lo mein. Simple ingredients, easy to make, just takes 30 minutes. I'm gonna show you how to do it, okay? All right, in the meantime, I'll see you in a minute. So, Munchkins, as you can see, very easy. Like I said, it only takes 30 minutes, 10 minutes of prep, 20 minutes to cook. And it's simple ingredients. Now, listen, you can add any kind of protein that you want. You can add other vegetables if you want, broccoli, water chestnuts, if you want, stuff like that. But I chose chicken, okay? And I particularly like to use egg noodles. You can use spaghetti noodles if you want to, thin ones maybe, but I encourage the egg noodles because they bring their own flavor, especially once you marinate them in a little sesame oil there like I did. It just makes the dish so much better. Not like you get in your typical Chinese restaurant, okay? So I'm gonna encourage you to go out and have yourself some lo mein, wherever you'd like to get it, but I'm gonna ask that you try and make it because it is very easy, so delicious. Cabbage, carrot, red pepper, phenomenal flavors. Tastes so good. It's truly a great urban eat. Go out and have yourself one, okay? All right, thank you so much. I'm gonna finish this one. It's too good. See you soon.
Hey, Munchkins. Oh boy, I'm back with Alfredo. Listen, this is the real deal here, okay? I mean, we're talking 7 ingredients, fresh grated Parmesan, homemade. Can you see that? Let me show you how to make this. You are going to be so happy. You guys see that, right? Fresh Alfredo, shrimp, Italian seasonings. Let's see it. Munchkins. The flavor is powerful with only 7 ingredients. You've got to do this one. It's so easy. 30 minutes tops. It's phenomenal. Please do yourself a favor. This is a great urban eat. Italian style. All right? Okay.
Hey, Munchkins. Boy, have I got a treat for you. Tonight, we're going to have a dinner with chicken, rice, broccoli, and then my favorite thing, cheese. Oh, so good. I can't wait to share this with you. Let me show you how to make it, and then we'll have some, okay? All right.
You know, one of the things I like about this dish here is that it is truly a family meal, but also, for those who is just by themselves or, two people, this is a very stretchy meal and therefore very affordable. Even feeding the whole family. By the way, I use chicken thighs here. The original recipe calls for breast, but I like the heartiness and the flavor of the darker meat. So anyway, it stretches, right? Because the thighs don't cost that much, $8 maybe. You get 6 nice thighs in there, and the rest of the ingredients are relatively cheap. So, maybe a $20 meal that can feed 6 to 8 people or 2 people 3 to 4 days. So I really love that about this dish. One of the other things that I love about it is how easy it really is to make. The steps look like a lot, but it's not. It's just a quick searing of the meat as I'm doing here, getting that all browned up. And then after that, it's about the rice. Really, it really is about the rice. You add your ingredients to that. So, here I'm just taking my time removing as much of the chunks that I cut from that. And then I begin the cooking of the rice. The thing I love about that is that it's cooking in chicken broth and the rest of the juices from the chicken that I just cooked. So the rice itself is flavorful. Like if you just went through the dish when it's done and pulled out the rice alone, loaded with flavor. And I did that. Believe me, I did that. So, but yeah, so, we did the chicken, we seared that, and now we're just going to bring that rice to a boil, add in the broccoli. I'm not going to push this down into it too much here, because what you don't want to do is make the rice mushy, right? And I learned the lesson you're going to see here later. I ended up stirring it just a little too much. Wish I hadn't done that. But it wasn't bad, but the rice did get a little mushy on me towards the end. So lesson there is when you're doing this part that you're seeing now and adding all of the stuff to it, don't go stirring it too much. I would say let it cook as is. You're going to put this after we put all of this together, and that's the condensed chicken soup there again for flavor going into the rice. And I bought one that was all natural condensed, by the way. When you put this in the baking dish, which is what we're going to do next, I wish I had just let it stay the way it was and then put that into the dish. But I didn't do that. And so, as I mentioned, it was a little mushy, but I had preheated the oven before I started cooking, 350 degrees, and put this all, covered it up, and put it in the oven for about 15 minutes to let the cheese melt and the condensed chicken soup cook with the milk that I added in there. When I first looked at the recipe, I was like, why am I adding milk to this? But it made sense once I saw the condensed chicken soup. So, and covered this thing up and put it in the oven for 15 minutes. It was pretty cool because one of my favorite programs is on TV, so I got a chance to go and just watch that. But it was very easy to do. So we threw this in the oven 15 minutes and then pulled it out. And at this point, while it's in there, you can see I mixed together the Ritz crackers and the melted butter to add on to the top of it. So Yeah, don't be as messy as me. I'm glad I had the towel down. But yeah, so we took it out, put that crust on top of it, and then we're gonna put this back into the oven for about 10 minutes. Just to kind of let it crust up a little more. Ritz crackers is one of those things you can eat by itself. So actually, if you look at this dish for what it's worth, you could actually take whole crackers and use this as a dip almost. But there, see that? This looks amazing. And at this point now, we're just about ready to go ahead and serve this. And so, got myself my favorite little spoon, dipped the stuff out of there. We threw it onto this wonderful blue plate, white plate that I have. The blue plate was earlier, but this white plate that I have. Put it on there, sprinkled a little parsley on top of there. I didn't have any fresh parsley, which I had, so I used dried parsley on it. But fresh parsley would have been just perfect. And look at that. That is, and when I tell you that it is as flavorful as it looks, it is. It's a phenomenal dish, and I hope you guys try it. It's really good for the family.
Hey Munchkins, did you enjoy watching that? This dish right here, it is delicious. It's amazing, great flavor, no junk in it as you saw, and it can feed up to 6 to 8 people or 2 people for 3 or 4 days. You can freeze it. It's just a phenomenal dish, and it's just so tasty. I'm thankful that you were here with me to enjoy it. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon, okay? All righty. Get yourself a great urban eat. Okay, Munchkins, here it is. Coq au vin. This is a French recipe. It's basically stewed chicken. You probably had it before. It's present in every culture. But this one has a kick. Why? Because there's a little bit of brandy in there and some really bold red wine. So good. I'm going to show you how to make this, okay? All right, check this out. so good, guys. Look at this. You gotta see this. The chicken comes right off the bone. Using a spoon, not a knife.
1416.
Carrot, mushroom, onion, brandy, red wine,
4 to 5 days.
some thyme. So good. I made some roasted potatoes, garlic parm potatoes with it. Fabulous. This is not a 30-minute meal. The true recipe calls for almost 2 hours. And I don't eat pork, and it calls for some pancetta, which I didn't put in there, okay? Or lardo, but I didn't do that. It's still great without it. Have a good time. Make it for your family.
Whatever you're into, Pinterest is the place to be into it.
Here it is, Munchkins. Coconut Thai curry, red curry, salmon. So flavorful. I have it on some jasmine rice. Look at that. Can you see that? The spiced fresh basil there, cilantro's on top of it as well. But sweet, not. It has carrot and the brown sugar and the coconut milk that brings the Thai red curry down. Oh, this is a perfect blend, perfect meal, light, healthy, good for your family. I can't stop eating it. Red curry Thai coconut salmon. Do it.
That was a good dish. That was a good dish. I have to make that one again.
Hey Munchkins, I'm making something today that is just one of my all-time favorites, Marry Me Chicken. But I'm doing it with a little spin on it, okay? Now, if you've never had Marry Me Chicken, you need to go and grab a recipe. You can get one from my Pinterest or from this video pretty much. But you need to make it. You need to try it. It is amazing. That's number one. But I'm doing a spin, like I said, and I'm using it in a slow cooker. Yeah, so I didn't feel like going through all of the stirring and everything else, even though you still have to do a little of that. But I'm doing this one in a slow cooker, and it's going to be tasty. Really easy to make. Not a lot of ingredients. I'm going to show you, okay? Check it out.
So guys, here we go. What I did is I'm putting up some screenshots there of the recipe, including the ingredients. You can find this on my Pinterest. Just go to Pinterest, search for Great Urban Eats. And also I put some screenshots of the instructions. Again, I didn't want to stand over a slow cooker and bore you guys looking at something that was cooking for 6 hours. And I did mine for 6 hours. When I look back, I think I could have did it for 4. But anyway, I did it on low for 6 hours, okay? And so what you want to do is sear the chicken on both sides for about 3 minutes. Then make your sauce inside the slow cooker. Put the chicken on top of that along with some butter and the sun-dried tomatoes. After about 5 hours, you can see there it was just falling apart, which is why I said 4. You can shred it if you want to. I didn't. It just sort of did it on its own, especially because I had to go in there and stir a little bit. Made the noodles towards the end of the cook. Once it was done, put the chicken on top of the noodles, sprinkle a little parsley. You can use basil. That tastes great with it. It looks fantastic. And this meal is just healthy and it is delicious. And the salt content is near 0. Your family will love it.
One was okay.
Wix gives you the power of AI to build the website you need. With full business functionality and a design tailored just for you. Customize every element of your website and watch your vision come to life in minutes. Control everything from the biggest tasks to the finest details. Personalized, optimized, ready to go live.
Hey Munchkins, guess what I got for you today? Yes, lasagna soup. So easy to make, so delicious, hearty, cheesy. Let me show you how to do this.
Okay. Six. Get a little of that ricotta and Parmesan mix. Grab the noodle. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. See that cheesiness? Mm, amazing. Gotta have some. Nine. Let's see here. Just put a couple of these in there. Alrighty. We need a couple of minutes to make a bag. Things are so always hard to open. $2 for $1. That's all we need. That's good. Good one. Real small. Another one. Yeah, that one. Those are great. Fine. There's nothing underneath there. Where's that turmeric? See, I got brown turmeric already. Let's taste this. Maybe I should use some fresh turmeric for this one. Nah, that's okay. Price ain't bad. No, that's okay. What the hell, ginger? Let's see. Ginger. Maybe I'll just use the one I have at home. Let's see. Any other spices here? I'll just buy some black pepper seeds. There's a turmeric that I have at home. Let's see. You won't worry about that for now. Salt. I was out of salt. Okay, good. Anything else? So many different things to choose from. What's this right here? Never noticed this one before. Moringa. Okay, that's good. And I need to research and see which one I should get.
I like that one. That was a good one. 2217. 3. Yes, it does, sis. Yes, it does. That's what love looks like. That's what love looks like. I appreciate that. 2050. 70. Come on, get at the daddy. Get it. Go get the hat. September. Right. 24, 78. My wife did not like that pilau dish that's on showing on the screen right now. She's Caribbean. She did not like it. I liked it. I liked it. I'm not going to say I loved it, but I did like it. It was different because of the smoked sausage that was in it, which was a tomato feta sausage. But I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was really good. Please comment if you can see the video of me eating the palau, because I can't tell you if you can see it or not. It doesn't look like you guys can see it. It's interesting. It's interesting. All right, squeezed it in there, and salt and pepper inside. Like I said, the rosemary and thyme is stuffed in there, a few sprigs of each, and we're gonna go put this on the grill just as it is. Yeah. Notice I got it in a pan, and the reason is because when I start this off, I want those juices. And those juices are going to become sort of a marinade, but I'm going to braise it with that, while it's cooking. But only going to happen a couple times. I don't want to disturb this thing,
Where's Lady?
But here we go. So now what I'm getting ready to do is we're going to go ahead and add a little more lemon to this lemon herb chicken, and we're going to baste it a little bit with what's going on inside there. So take a look at that. This is only about 20-30 minutes in, okay? So let's get a little lemon on that, because you want it on the outside and on the inside. And remember, you got a whole piece on the inside, okay? So you see the juice down in there? Just gonna baste that onto it. Oh my gosh, look at that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
She's okay.
Yeah. I think I'll leave that lemon on there. Let that get a little bit of that flavor in it too. Woo! Yes. Look at that, it's falling apart already. A little bit stuck down there, but that's okay. Just gonna get that thing, put it right on here now. Whoa, look at that. Didn't want to do that. Yeah, all of that. Just gonna baste a little bit more. Perfect.
Lost a little bit of skin down there, but that's all right. Yeah, that's nothing short of amazing. Can't wait till that's done. Almost there. So I'm making Kez's food, his meals. You know, we cook our food for our dog, and we use spring water to give him water whenever we mix water with anything for him. And lately, he's been getting bored with the recipe, which has been just ground turkey, carrots, and broccoli. So today we're adding something different. We're going to add zucchini. So you can see here where there's the zucchini, the carrots, and the broccoli. There's his turkey cooking. It's about done now. And his brown rice is sitting there waiting. I'm going to mix up this stuff here, put everything in the food processor. Not everything. I mean, the vegetables we put in the processor. And I like to put them in, I like to have them raw, but then I use the heat from the rice and the heat from the ground turkey. I mix those in with it while it's all hot. So it sort of steams the vegetables. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. That's him patiently waiting for his food. And ignore the floor because we're in the process of replacing it. All right, so there's the vegetables. Threw the hot ground turkey on top of that. You can see the steam coming off of it. Lastly is the brown rice, which is also hot, and you can see the steam coming off of that maybe. Okay. Now we're going to mix that all together, okay? And here it is all mixed together. All right. So all in all, that was 6 pounds of ground turkey that we get from the grocery store, right? And 2 whole organic carrots, a small head of broccoli crowns, but we, also put the stem in there, and 1 zucchini, and 2 1/4 cups of brown rice. Okay, because we use a little bit over 1 cup of rice per 3 pounds of ground meat. The mix you want to give is 50, 25, 25, right? So 50% ground meat, 25% brown rice, 25% the vegetables or fruit that you're going to add to it. So we're talking about $25 total for that. Usually I will do 9 pounds of ground meat. So you can add another $11, $12 to that. And, another half a carrot or something, and another couple of stems of broccoli, But basically, this is what we ended up with. So we already fed him 1 meal. This was what he was eating. I just stopped him from eating so I could shoot this video because I got to get out of the house. I got to rush out of here. But anyway, this bowl was full, okay? And so he ate that. And then we have this right here left over. Again, this is only 6 pounds of ground turkey. We give him 2.5 to 3 cups per meal. Each bag has 2.5 approximately to 3 cups in it. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 bags. That's 4 days, 2 feedings a day, 4 days. And he just got done eating that other one, which was a little bit more because it's later in the day. So, you're talking 4.5 days.
Now it's 2 dogs,
something dollars,
and the budget only went up so far about
$7. Dog
$7.
food in a can and the bags and all that junk. It's way less expensive. And guess what? Not all of those unhealthy ingredients in there and everything. He's eating well. In fact, when we take him to the vet, his last visit, they're like, man, it's just incredible health. Yeah, he is, because he eats well. That's number 1. Number 2, he gets a lot of love. Ain't that right, puppy? Ain't that right, Dinky? Ain't that right, Dinky? Yeah. He's probably mad because I just took his bowl from him. But we give him a lot of love because we love Kez. Right? Look at Daddy, puppy. Yes, we love you. I should add that sometimes we will put a little pureed pumpkin in there for him. That just helps with digestion and, him moving his bowels well. And it's a little sweetness in there. So sometimes he likes that. And sometimes we'll season the meat with turmeric. Okay. Turmeric is safe for dogs. Anyway, yay.
10.
819.
Diabetes can serve up a lot of questions, like what is your glucose and can you have more carbs? Before you decide, with the Freestyle Libre 3 system, know your glucose and where it's heading. No finger sticks needed. Now the world's smallest and thinnest sensor sends your glucose levels directly to your smartphone. Manage your diabetes with more confidence and lower your A1C, the #1 CGM prescribed in the US. Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
Perfect. It's your boy Oz. I am doing something today that I love, and if you know me, you'll know this. There are really three types of food groups that I like the most. Three types of cuisines in various cultures that I like. The first one is Caribbean. Love West Indian food, especially curries. The second one is Asian. I'm just a freak for Asian. Third one is Italian. Really love Italian. Now, I'll add a fourth in there, and that, of course, is African American or Afro-Indigenous cuisine. But today, I am making sesame chicken along with a sesame salad. So it sounds like a lot of sesame, but it's really not, because there's oyster sauce in the salad, and there isn't in the sesame chicken. So I'm going to take you step by step, okay? All righty. It's Great Urban Eats. See you.
Start by adding oil to your pan. I used olive oil here to start with for the salad, which is really a stir fry. I added my chopped cabbage, and then I added my shredded carrots. And then to that, I added water chestnut, bamboo shoots, broccoli, and some scallions. And let those cook down. You want those to, not cook all the way through, but let them cook down so that they get, just a little crunchy still. After that, drain that out, use vegetable oil. Now, I should point out this chicken was marinated for about 4 hours. And the marinade was sesame oil, soy sauce, garlic paste, baking soda, sugar, and black pepper. Cook that down, let it get crispy, and then drain that out, took that out, drained the oil, and added the sauce that's going to coat the chicken, which is honey, soy sauce, ketchup, sesame oil. I use turbinado sugar, vinegar, and water. Let that cook. Then I added my sesame seeds to that and my scallion to that, and let that reduce down so that the sauce thickens up. And it was done. There you go. There's the salad. You can also serve it warm as a stir fry. It's up to you. I liked it warm. We added some Canton noodles with that. Put a little sauce on top of that. There's the chicken. And voila, it's done. Okay. Sesame chicken with Canton noodles and a vegetable salad. Awesome, great urban eat. Enjoy.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Oz, and I just wanted to do so tonight. I'm going to do a chicken and sausage orzo cheesy type of thing, right? So there's no real recipe. I have a general recipe I'm operating from, but there's some spins on it. It's my own. So I want to show you what I got with it, what we're going to do, okay? Okay, so we're going to take some olive oil, some extra virgin olive oil here. This is the brand that I normally get. Simply Nature. We're going to put this into the pan. The pan is on high to get the pan hot. But once I put this oil in here and I see it start to spread out, then I'll turn that down to a medium high. I'm using my Dutch oven for this one. So because this is a one pot deal and just fantastic. Okay. So we got that in there going right now. And like I said, it's on a high and I'm just looking at the oil. And again, the pan was already sort of hot. So we're going to go ahead and turn that down now to just a medium high, right? And the next thing we're going to do
is we're going to add in our onion. Okay, so I've got yellow onion here, and we're going to throw that in there with the chicken and the sausage. Okay, so here's the onion going in. Okay, you can sort of hear that starting to sizzle, right? And it's a whole onion. Putting a whole onion in here because I'm making a double batch. I wanted to stretch this out some. So, but it was a medium-sized onion, not a big onion, not an extremely large one. Okay. Almost got all of that in here now. I'm excited about this, man. I love food, of course. You know, it wouldn't be this big without loving food, okay? But more importantly, I like what's not traditional. I like things that we didn't necessarily grow up with. You might have heard me talk, you know, it's sometimes we find ourselves going to, this is going to sound morbid for a second, so bear with me. Going to the funeral of someone who ate horribly. A lot of seasoning, salts, and things like that. And then we go to their wake, eat the same thing that put them in the casket. I know it sounds morbid, but I've seen it too many times. I don't want to do it, okay? I don't want to be there. And that's why I cook the way I cook. So I've got those onions in there now. Get those into the oil, right? I'm going to add the chicken and the sausage. So here we have pork sausage. Okay. Get those in there. And then I took some chicken breast, about 1.5 breast, and I cut those up. Okay. And see those there. We'll get that in there too. So we get the chicken breast and the sausage in there. Get that going. All right. Let that do its thing. You gotta wash your hands.
60.
Don't play it without touching the meat. You better not wash your hands. Don't do it to yourself. You won't like it. Okay?
60.
Okay, those are down. All right, great. Hey, by the way, like the road, my apron's hot. All right, so we got that all in there together. Okay, we're gonna let these cook down until it starts to brown. You know, get some cook on it. We don't want to go throwing things in there with the orzo and the peppers. Leave that alone. Without getting a good cook on that. So I'm gonna let that cook down for a minute.
Little one.
I'm not gonna cover it. I'm gonna keep it under the cooks and let that cook that way for a minute and get those the meat and everything cooked up. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's cooked down now. It was just about 3 minutes. That's all it took. All right.
This is the bad one.
But the meats, the chicken, you can see there. It's got a cook going on with it. Not completely, but again, it's not raw, and the sausage as well. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the peppers to it. I have all of the peppers there. I have green, red, and yellow pepper. All right. So we're going to add that to it. Get that in there. A whole pepper. It's a big pot. Okay. Get that in there. And then we're going to add the orzo. Okay. This is the fun part. I tend to lean towards Barilla brand. I like them better than I do some of the others. But I tend to lean towards Barilla. It's a very good product. And so we are just going to use 30. I don't know. I'm eyeing this. All right. Keep in mind, there is a recipe for a similar recipe, but you know, a dish, but I'm eyeing it. So I'm going to give it about half of the box, something like that. We're going to add that in there. I used to think that orzo was a rice. I did. It's a pasta. I used to think it was rice. In fact, one time I was shopping for it, and I was in the rice aisle looking, getting mad. I'm like calling the store workers over, like, "Hey, man, where's the orzo? I seen it at another store."
and I'm going to add some garlic here as well. Some fresh minced garlic. Fresh garlic, cloves and everything is fine. I'm just going to add about 2 tablespoons of that in there. But to be honest with you, I like minced garlic. I like this particular one, Lucina. You can see that. I like that one. I really do enjoy it. So, all right, that's in there. I'm just going to give this a quick stir, okay? That in there. Get it down.
This dish in particular turned out really, really good. I will say it was too spicy for people who cannot
or they'll cook so fast you don't have to
do not like
it first.
I made it too spicy.
They look like grains of
See,
rice.
I made my
You don't
own
have to
Cajun
cook them
seasoning.
first. Just
Could
throw
have
them
backed
into your
off a
dish.
little bit.
As long as you're using a
on
broth
some
or
of
something,
the,
or adding
seasoning
water or
there,
wine or something
not put
like
so
that
much in it
to your dish,
but I did.
then the
It was my
orzo will
first time
cook just
making it.
fine.
It was
But
very
you
spicy.
want to make sure
So spicy that I ended up
when you're
having to
cooking it,
give
you're using a broth or
containers
wine or
of it to
whatever
my
it is. You want
neighbors
to check
who
on it
do like
because you don't want it
spicy.
to stick.
I have a Jamaican guy
Fortunately,
across
I'm
the
using
street. He
pan,
loves
but
spice. He
my
loves
Dutch oven
spice. I
just
gave it to
ain't
him.
going to stick to
He
that.
said he liked it.
But
We
you
never
just
talked
want to
about it
check
really
on it and
much
make sure.
after that.
So we're going to let that
The reaction I got from him was it was
cook for
probably
about
too
another
spicy
3
for him
minutes or
too.
so. In there, again, this is
But
uncovered.
nonetheless, it
Still
was a
not
very,
covering it.
very
Okay?
good dish.
We're creating some flavor profile by doing this right now, because you will get a little toastiness to the orzo itself. And then, of course, the sweetness of the peppers, the savoriness of the green pepper,
What are you chewing
and all of that flavor is going to do its thing together.
No, go ahead.
And then we'll add the remaining, well, not the remaining, but most of the other ingredients. Then I'll cover it and let it cook for 20 or 30 minutes. But right now, just need about 3 minutes to cook this part of it. Okay? All right. Okay, fantastic. So now this has been cooking with the orzo and the peppers for about 3 minutes. I ended up adding some more orzo to it, by the way. The half box, I think it's like a 15-ounce box or something like that. Just didn't seem like it was going to be enough because I got a lot of chicken, a lot of sausage, a lot of peppers in here. So I added some more orzo in there, which is awesome. All right. So what we're going to do now is add some more ingredients. Again, this is a great dish, guys. By the way, can I say this to you? I'm 3rd place in the Fave Chef competition. Woohoo! All right, this next part is going to involve wine, and I'll show you how. All right, but all right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add the chicken broth to it, and I just want to use about 2 cups of that. Again, I have an organic version here that I like. Right, I got this at Aldi's. So I'm going to add about 2 cups of that. Again, we're eyeing it out. Let that get down in there. Okay, about 2 cups of that. And you want to save some because, again, while it's cooking, if this is the broth that I'm using, the liquid I'm using. So while it's cooking, if I need to add more broth to it, then I can do that because I have some. I'm going to add diced tomatoes, which I have here. All right, with the juice. Okay, we're not taking the juice out of these. All right, so we're adding about 15 ounces of that. When I say that, the reason I say about 15 ounces, well, frankly, that's how much was in the can. All right, but again, it comes down to brand. And this particular brand, organic, no additives, no preservatives or anything like that. So it's phenomenal. And then we're going to add our Cajun seasoning. Yeah, how about that? Now, look at that. Can you see that? I made this. All right, it has onion powder, garlic powder. It has paprika. It has oregano, thyme, Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, white pepper, and cayenne pepper. Okay, so I make my own Cajun seasoning. Again, I'm an advocate for whatever flavors you want. Don't buy a packet. Don't do that. Make it yourself. It's less expensive and it's healthier for you. It doesn't have chemicals, right? And so we're gonna go ahead and add all of that. All of them is about 2 tablespoons a piece, something like that, 1 to 2 tablespoons. But we're gonna add that all in there as well. Okay, so get that in there. Looks like a lot of seasoning, but that's because it's a lot of seasoning. No way to get around it. It's a lot.
But again, we're going for a flavor profile here with these peppers and onion and sausage. I added the chicken to this recipe. That was something that wasn't in the original recipe, but I added chicken to it because I like chicken, you know. I like chicken. What can I say? My earbud fell out there. Forgive me. So, alrighty. So that's in there. I've got it nice and stirred. Right. And we're going to cover that first before the wine part. All right. And you'll see why here. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and cover that. Turn the heat down to a medium heat. Okay. And put our old trusty cover on there. Boom. We're going to let that go for about 20 to 30 minutes. Now, here comes the wine. Grab yourself a glass, pour yourself some wine.
Your breath is hot on me.
And let that cook. You'll need to check on it, but you can do some things. There's nothing else to prepare right now.
I needed that wine with that dish. If you notice, when I eat it at the end, I'll drink the wine right away.
Not the right orzo. Again, I told you I keep thinking it's rice. Let the orzo do its thing.
But again, it was good. It had a lot of flavor in it.
Come
but
back
it was
and check on it.
just
20 to 30 minutes. Okay.
spicy.
So with that said, I'm going to have some of this Pinot Noir. It's my favorite. All right. So it's been cooking for about 23 minutes. Okay. And so it's time for the last part. I am so excited. Guys, the fragrance that's coming off this thing is phenomenal.
The other one is his daughter.
Smell it. My wife is over in the living room, and I was like, honey, can you smell it out there? And she was like, yeah. Because you can, right? But anyway, here we go. Okay, so the last thing that we have to do to this is to add the parsley and the Parmesan cheese, because it's a cheesy dish. Okay, so here I have parsley already shredded. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, add that into it. Put that on there. I'm going to add some of it for now, and then I'm going to add some of this parsley that I I chopped up some fresh parsley. So we're going to take some of that and throw that in there. Okay, boom. All right, I'm going to mix that through. All right, we want that to mix through. Okay, so let me get that in there. Mix that around. Oh my gosh, this looks so good, guys. Take a look at that. See that? Amazing. It's phenomenal. Already. Quality ingredients is everything, man. You want to use quality ingredients. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference. You know, good sausage for this one. Nice free range chicken. Okay. I'm going to add the rest of the cheese and a little more parsley because I want to save some of that for presentation. So let's go ahead and get that in there. Let's mix that around as well. And that's it. I mean, it's done. I just want to get it mixed in well. And then we're going to plate it. For me, this is the kind of dish that I want to have in a bowl. It's a one-pot deal. It's a meal in and of itself. It's already pasta, so do you really need any more starch like a bread? You don't need it. I mean, you could get yourself a nice piece of baguette or a nice roll to put with it, but I don't think you need to. No, and especially for health reasons, keep your starches to a minimum. This is done. My God, this looks phenomenal. See that? So we're going to turn that off.
Sockets alone.
And we're going to plate some of this stuff. Let's go ahead and plate it right away. All right. Get that down. Grab my bowl.
27 days equals 3150.
And the bowl here.
just gonna plate this. Look at that cheesiness. Oh my goodness gracious. Look. Oh, you see that?
33.
Phenomenal. Oh, yes, yes, yes. All day, yes. Lid back on there.
Is also $9.90.
Throw some fresh parsley on it.
Right, let's do this.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Watch my face. Watch my face now when I eat this.
Taste is very hot, so
Blazing
usually
hot.
while I kiss the sky kind of thing, I gotta blow. Wait. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I should mention you can control the spice on this by dialing back on the cayenne pepper that you use.
That's
Black
why
pepper,
I
white
said it,
pepper,
because
cayenne
once it
pepper
hit my
together, you
lips
know,
and
that
my
can get a
tongue,
little
that
spicy.
stuff was
I don't do a
sizzling.
lot of spicy, although spice is good for you, especially cayenne. Very good for you. Grab a piece of the sausage.
But it was still good again.
Look at that.
I mean, you see that
My
cheese on
goodness
there?
gracious.
Oh man, I haven't made that one since then. It's another one I want to revisit so I can dial back the heat and get it right. So,
Folks, when I tell you this is delicious, it is simply amazing.
yeah.
Do yourself a favor. Make it. I'll put the recipe in the comments somewhere. You can go to my website, greaturbaneats.com. I'll have it up there. This is just amazing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Need me a little more Pinot Noir.
Excuse me.
I hope you enjoyed
Yeah.
it as much as I do. It's fun. It's easy. Takes about 40 minutes total to make. What's your prep time? You're talking about 10 minutes. So 50-minute dish. You can do it. It's easy. It's one pot and it'll feed a family for sure. There'll be leftovers. Hey, by the way, if you want to make some and freeze it, don't add the cheese and parsley at the end. Just make it up to those steps, freeze a portion of it. And then when you reheat it, then add the cheese and parsley to it after that, okay? It's a good tip, all right? Hey, it's your boy Oz, Great Urban Eats. This was a chicken and sausage, cheesy orzo, Cajun style, phenomenal, tasty, flavorful, fresh. It's what we do. It's good for you. Go out and grab yourself a Great Urban Eat, all right? Thanks. Later. Keep in mind, there's a recipe.
It was a good video. I enjoyed it. I changed the way I made videos after
so I'm gonna
that.
say,
You know,
I'm gonna give it about half of the box, something like that. We're gonna add that in there.
this is actually a series of
I used to think
different
that orzo
portions
was a
from
rice.
that video.
It's a pasta.
It was good.
I used to think it was rice. In fact, one time I was shopping for it, and I was in the rice aisle looking, getting mad. I'm like calling the store workers over, like, "Hey, man, where's the orzo? I seen it at another store." And I'm going to add some garlic here as well, some fresh minced garlic. Fresh garlic, you know, cloves and everything is fine. I'm just going to add about 2 tablespoons of that in there. But to be honest with you, I like minced garlic. I like this particular one, Lucina. You can see that. I like that one. I really do. I enjoy it. So, all right, that's in there. I'm just going to give this a quick stir, okay? Put that in there. Try to get them down to the bottom a little.
19 days, 22:17.
Orzo cooks so fast you don't have to cook it first. It's, you know, they look like grains of rice, so you don't have to cook them first.
18
Just
days.
throw them into your dish. As long as you're using a broth or something, or adding water or wine or something like that to your dish, then the orzo will cook just fine. But you want to make sure
that when you're cooking it and you're using a broth or wine or whatever it is, you want to check on it because you don't want it to stick. Fortunately, I'm using a pan that my Dutch oven. It ain't going to stick to that. But you just want to check on it and make sure. So we're going to let that cook for about another 3 minutes or so. In there, again, this is uncovered. Still not covering it, okay? We're creating some flavor profile by doing this right now because you will get a little toastiness to the orzo itself. And then, of course, the sweetness of the peppers, the savoriness of the green pepper, and all of that flavor is going to do its thing together. And then we'll add the remaining, well, not the remaining, but most of the other ingredients. Then I'll cover it and let it cook for 20 or 30 minutes. But right now, just need about 3 minutes to cook this part of it, okay? All right. Okay, fantastic. So now this has been cooking with the orzo and the peppers for about 3 minutes. I ended up adding some more orzo to it, by the way. The half box is, I think it's like a 15 box or something like that. Just didn't seem like it was going to be enough because I got a lot of chicken, a lot of sausage, and a lot of peppers in here. So I added some more orzo in there, which is awesome. All right. So what we're going to do now is add some more ingredients. And this is a great dish, guys. By the way, can I say this to you? I'm third place in the Fave Chef competition. Woo! All right, this next part is going to involve wine, and I'll show you how. All right, but all right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add the chicken broth to it, and I just want to use about 2 cups of that. Again, I have an organic version here that I like. Right? I got this at Aldi's. So I'm going to add about 2 cups of that. Again, we're eyeing it out. Let that get down in there. Okay, about 2 cups of that. And you want to save some because again, while it's cooking, this is the broth that I'm using, the liquid I'm using. So while it's cooking, if I need to add more broth to it, then I can do that because I have some. I'm going to add diced tomatoes, which I have here. All right, with the juice. Okay, not taking the juice out of these. All right. So we're adding about 15 ounces of that. When I say that, the reason I say about 15 ounces, well, frankly, that's how much was in the can. All right. But again, it comes down to brand. In this particular brand, organic, no additives, no preservatives or anything like that. So it's phenomenal. And then we're going to add our Cajun seasoning. Yeah. How about that? Now, look at that. Can you see that? I made this. All right. It has onion powder, garlic powder. It has paprika. It has oregano, thyme, Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, white pepper, and cayenne pepper. Okay. So I make my own Cajun seasoning. Again, I'm an advocate for whatever flavors you want. Don't buy a packet. Don't do that. Make it yourself. It's less expensive and it's healthier for you. It doesn't have chemicals, right? And so we're going to go ahead and add all of that. All of them is about 2 tablespoons a piece, something like that, 1 to 2 tablespoons. But we're going to add that all in there as well. Okay. So get that in there. 24. Looks like a lot of seasoning, but that's because it's a lot of seasoning. 12. No way to get around it. It's a lot. But again, we're going for a flavor profile here with the peppers and onion and sausage. I added the chicken to this recipe. That was something that wasn't in the original recipe, but I added chicken to it because I like chicken, you know. I like chicken. What can I say? My earbud fell out here. Forgive me. All right, so. All righty. So that's in there. I've got it nice and stirred. All right. And we're going to cover that first before the wine part. All right. And you'll see why here. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and cover that. Turn the heat down to a medium heat. Okay. And put our old trusty cover on there. Boom. I'm going to let that go for about 20 to 30 minutes. Now, here comes the wine. Grab yourself a glass, pour yourself some wine, okay?
and let that cook. You need to check on it, but you can do some things. There's nothing else to prepare right now. Just make sure
What are we doing here?
Make sure that the liquid is not evaporated and the rice, not the rice, but the orzo. Again, I told you I keep thinking it's rice. Let the orzo do its thing, and then just come back and check on it. 20 to 30 minutes, okay? So with that said, I'm gonna have some of this Pinot Noir. It's my favorite. All right, so it's been cooking for about 23 minutes, okay? Takes about 40 minutes total to make a minute dish. You can do it. It's easy. It's one pot and it'll feed a family for sure. There'll be leftovers. Hey, by the way, if you want to make some and freeze it, don't add the cheese and parsley at the end. Just make it up to those steps, freeze a portion of it, and then when you reheat it, then add the cheese and parsley to it after that, okay? It's a good tip. All right. Hey, it's your boy Oz, Great Urban Eats. This was a chicken and sausage, cheesy orzo, Cajun style. Go out and grab yourself a Great Urban Eat. All right? Thanks. And so it's time for the last part. Honey, can you smell it out there? And she's like, yeah. Because you can, right? But anyway, here we go. Okay, so the last thing that we have to do to this is to add the parsley and the Parmesan cheese, because it's a cheesy dish, okay? So here I have parsley already shredded, okay? So we're gonna go ahead, add that into it. Put that on there. I'm gonna add some of it for now, and then I'm gonna add some of this parsley that I chopped. I chopped fresh parsley. So we're gonna take some of that and throw that in there, okay? Boom. All right. I'm gonna mix that through. All right. We want that to mix through. Okay, so let me get that in there. Mix that around. Oh my gosh, this looks so good, guys. Take a look at that. See that? Amazing. Already. Quality ingredients is everything, man. You want to use quality ingredients. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference. You know, good sausage for this one. Nice free-range chicken. Okay, I'm going to add the rest of the cheese and a little more parsley because I want to save some of that for presentation. So let's go ahead and get that in there. Let's mix that around as well. And that's it. I mean, it's done. I just want to get it mixed in well. And then we're going to plate it. For me, this is the kind of dish that I want to have in a bowl. It's a one-pot deal. It's a meal in and of itself. It's already pasta, so do you really need any more starch like a bread? You don't need it. I mean, you could get yourself a nice piece of a baguette or a nice roll to put with it, but I don't think you need to. You know? And especially for health reasons, keep your starches to a minimum. This is done. My God, this looks phenomenal. You see that? So we're going to turn that off. And we're going to plate some of this stuff. Let's go ahead and plate it right away. All right. Get that down. Grab my bowl. Bowl here. Just going to plate this. Look at that cheesiness. Oh my goodness gracious. Look. Oh, you see that? Woo. Phenomenal. Oh, yes. All day, yes. Put the lid back on there. Throw some fresh parsley on it. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Let's give it a taste. It's very hot, so excuse me while I kiss the sky kind of thing. I gotta blow. Wait. Okay. I should mention you can control the spice on this by dialing back on the cayenne pepper that you use. Black pepper, white pepper, cayenne pepper together, that can get a little spicy. I don't do a lot of spicy, although spice is good for you, especially cayenne. Very good for you. Grab a piece of the sausage. Look at that. My goodness gracious. Folks, when I tell you this is delicious, it is simply amazing. Do yourself a favor. Make it. I'll put the recipe in the comments somewhere. You can go to my website, greaturbaneats.com. I'll have it up there. This is just amazing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Need me a little more Pinot Noir. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. It's fun. It's easy. Hey, everybody. It's your boy Oz, and I just wanted to do something great tonight. Again, you know me. I like to do things differently. I like to orzo, cheesy type of thing, right? So there's no real recipe. I have a general recipe I'm operating from, but there's some spins on it. It's my own. So I want to show you what I got with it, what we're going to do, okay? Okay, so we're going to take some olive oil, some extra virgin olive oil here. This is the brand that I normally get, Simply Nature. And we're going to put this into the pan. The pan is on high to get the pan hot. But once I put this oil in here and I see it start to spread out, then I'll turn that down to a medium high. I'm using my Dutch oven for this one. So, because this is a one pot deal and just fantastic. Okay. So we got that in there going right now. And like I said, it's on a high. And I'm just looking at the oil, and again, the pan was already sort of hot. So we're going to go ahead and turn that down now to just a medium high, right? And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in our onion. Okay. So I've got yellow onion here, and we're going to throw that in there with the chicken and the sausage. Okay. So here's the onion going in. You can sort of hear that starting to sizzle, right? And it's a whole onion. I'm a whole onion in here because I'm making a double batch. I wanted to stretch this out some. So, but it was a medium-sized onion, not a big onion, not an extremely large one. Okay. Almost got all of that in there now. I'm excited about this, man. I love food, of course. It wouldn't be this big without loving food, okay? But more importantly, I like what's not traditional. I like things that we didn't necessarily grow up with.
Get off to that.
You might have heard me talk.
Leave it.
Sometimes we find ourselves going to. It's going to sound morbid for a second, so bear with me. Going to the funeral of someone who ate horribly. A lot of seasoning salts and things like that. And then we go to their wake, eat the same thing that put them in the casket. I know it sounds morbid, but I've seen it too many times. I don't want to do it. Okay. I don't want to be there. And that's why I cook the way I cook. So I've got those onions in there now. Get those into the oil. Right. And I'm going to add the chicken and the sausage. So here we have pork sausage, okay? Get those in there. And then I took some chicken breasts, about 1.5 breasts, and I cut those up, okay? And see those there. We'll get that in there too. So we get the chicken breast and the sausage in there. Get that going, all right? Let that do its thing. You gotta wash your hands. Gotta wash your hands. Don't play with touching the meat.
and then not wash your hands. Don't do it to yourself. You won't like it. Okay? All right. Okay, those are down. All right, great. Hey, by the way, like the robe? And my apron's hot. All right, so we got that all in there together. Okay, I'm gonna let these cook down until it starts to brown. Get some cook on it. You don't want to go throwing things in there with the orzo and the peppers and stuff like that without getting a good cook on that. So I'm gonna let that cook down for a minute. I'm not gonna cover it. I'm gonna keep it uncovered while it cooks and let that cook that way for a minute and get those the meat and everything cooked up. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's cooked down now. It was just about 3 minutes. That's all it took. All right, but the chicken, you can see there, it's got a cook going on with it. Not completely, but again, it's not raw, and the sausage as well. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add the peppers to it. I have all of the peppers there. I have green, red, and yellow pepper. All right, so we're going to add that to it. Get that in there. Whole pepper. It's a big pot. Okay, get that in there. And then we're going to add the orzo. Okay, this is the fun part. I tend to lean towards the Barilla brand. I like them better than I do some of the others, but I tend to lean towards Barilla. It's a very good product. And so we are just going to use, I don't know, I'm eyeing this, all right?
Hey, y'all, you ever get to that place where you just don't know what to make? I mean, you've made everything. American foods, Caribbean, name it. You've done it, but you just don't know what else to do. Well, guess what? I ran into that situation and I figured something out. Check this out. So this is Mugu Gai Pan, and I'm also making a fried rice with it. You got to see this. Here's the ingredient. Got some fresh chicken breast here. We're going to cut that really thin. Snow peas. Some nice mushrooms right there. I was looking for some straw mushrooms today to add with this, but I couldn't find them, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. I have some broccoli crown. I'm going to make some florets out of that. And then I've got some bamboo shoots here. I wanted water chestnuts. Also couldn't find those today, but those will serve just well, okay? We're going to add some chicken broth, some garlic, soy sauce, a little bit of rice vinegar right there, cornstarch, just some sugar, and some oil, okay? I may use some vegetable oil, or I may turn around and use the sesame oil. It's one of my favorite dishes to make right here. I love this dish. I always love Mugu Gai Pan. So for me to grow up and end up being have the opportunity to make it,
Hey everybody, it's your boy Oz, O to the Z, the urban food wizard, the great and terrible. It's me. And today I am making my own version of a shepherd's pie. But why do I say my own version? Well, it's not going to be just one pie. It's going to have this going on, right? So I'm making little mini pies. And I'm using a cheat, I gotta say, and the reason is because I did not feel like making dough. I just didn't. It was either I'm gonna get some biscuits and slice those and put them in, or I'm just gonna get these dough sheet and use them inside the muffin tins. And you'll see here that I have ground meat, red and green bell peppers, yellow onion, minced garlic, Himalayan pink salt, crushed black pepper, and parsley. I think that's about it for the ingredients. Oh, no, I have some roasted tomatoes, a little tomato sauce, just a little bit to go in there. And this is going to come together, and I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like and how it's done, okay? All right. Okay, so it didn't turn out pretty. In fact, I think I learned some lessons here today. But anyway, they did turn out. That's the good news, is that the dough's cooked all the way through. The meat, the potatoes, and all that stuff. And I tried to plate it, and this is what was happening.
Beautiful. Oh my God, you're
I
reading
don't
my
know
mind.
what
I
that
swear to you,
is.
if I took a screenshot right now, I just pulled
I'll
up
have
the
to
text
figure
you to
that
say,
out.
call me when
It's
you get a
definitely
chance.
about the dough.
Crazy, right?
It didn't come out like I wanted to, but
Yeah,
I gotta tell you something.
crazy.
I won't lie about this part. I did
feel a
taste
lot
it,
better.
and the flavors are all
I
there.
do.
You
Oh,
can see
she put it already.
the peppers, the onion, the ground meat, the dough, the
Yeah,
potato.
damn. They both snatched up the work before I could put my name on it. It just came through. Okay.
Typical shepherd's
Well,
pie,
they
it's
desperate, I
mashed
guess,
potato.
whatever.
But I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I didn't. By the way, I cooked the potatoes
This
in
one
the
doesn't
broth
have a name on it yet.
from the ground meat
My
mixture.
name on it now.
So just looking for, and that's cheddar cheese on top, by the way. Sharp cheddar. I think I would have put something different on there too, maybe mild.
I figured as much.
I don't know. Maybe not cheese at all. I don't know. But it doesn't
Nice.
taste horrible. It doesn't taste bad at all. It's really, really good. It is flavorful. The dough is
Make it
soft.
squirt?
And that's a good thing. I didn't
Oh,
want
you might need to try that. And if it's what
But
I
at the same
think,
time,
save
you want
some
it
of
to be
that for
firm,
you.
so it has some texture. And this one lacks texture. Maybe I didn't.
I'm
drain
on
it
my
enough.
YouTube live now, and I have
Put
it
in there.
for 2
Maybe
hours.
you
and
drain it to
13
let it
minutes.
cool and then put it in there. But it was an experiment. And it was fun.
Jesus.
And I know I'm
Did
going to
you pay
enjoy it.
for
and I know my wife will, because
Oh, well,
she was
thank
eating
Mom.
it before I put it all together into,
Too bad
into
you
the
can't bring
tins.
some back.
Anyway,
It's an
that's
eighth,
my
I mean.
version of a shepherd's pie. The next one's going to have to be put here.
There wouldn't be any left.
Your boy Oz, Great Urban Eats. Holla, John. I love you. Thank you.
Okay, good. Again, I'm on YouTube Live. Yeah, so that's going to be on.
It's me, I'm back in-
No. We can talk. I just
Great Urban Eats,
use
you
a
know
choice
how I
of
do.
words.
And it's
What
feel me?
my YouTube
So
live is
tonight,
about, actually.
I made
what I do
oven-baked
besides
cod.
cook.
And
So
with
it's
that, I
fun.
had a wild rice and
Yeah,
black rice.
good.
And
now, what did I want?
a salad.
I wanted to
right?
tell you
The
something.
whole thing, $25,
I wanted to tell
and
you
feed three, two,
I'm
four,
happy, baby. I'm glad for you.
5 people.
I know you are too.
So again, around that $5 per person mark for something really good, really healthy, and really easy to make. Let me show you what it is.
And we got some crab legs.
Okay, that's up y'all's alley. Enjoy that.
Now, apparently, William don't eat pork, but he eat crab and shrimp.
Well, again, people choose what they want from their religions.
I told mommy.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Oz, and it's a Sunday here in Georgia. I think it's around the March 28th or something like that. I'm not looking at the calendar anymore. Who is? But it's cool outside and rainy here, and I figured it was a perfect day to cook something indoors. And I've got something great for you, especially if you like to do something on a budget. This right here is a meal for $21.
Right.
It's 4 people. Check this out. So what I've got here are chicken breasts.
Right.
Okay, there's 4 breasts in there, and
They
I split
probably
them not
cost
all the way
more
through.
there.
Just cut a big slit on them to open them up, and then I marinated those with a
And what
little
are they, snow
zesty
crab?
Italian dressing. Just a
Yep.
small amount there. I
See
don't
what I
want it to
mean?
overpower the flavor. I'm just going to let that marinate
Georgia
for
gets
about an
over
hour,
like that.
and then I'll be using them to cook from there. I've got fresh spinach,
Okay.
2 heads here from the farmer's market,
Okay,
2
honey.
bunches, I'm sorry, fresh spinach. That was like $2.50. Those chicken breasts, by the way, were only
Yeah, they're
about $7,
I
$7.50.
think they're 10-pound
I
boxes,
bought some
right?
rub basil. Love that stuff. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia cream cheese, got that on sale today, $2. Feta cheese.
I just may get a
okay.
couple of them
That
boxes.
mozzarella cheese,
one day and
right?
just sit back
Again,
and grub out with you.
$2. Sun-dried tomatoes, usually expensive.
I won't eat
Kroger had
just
a
the
sale,
potatoes and
so I got
sausage.
these for $2.99. Okay, and then I'm gonna make some bow tie pasta. It's only $1 for a box of that. Use some
Okay,
marinara.
well,
I'm gonna, of course, add my own things to
that
it.
ain't
Fresh
bad.
garlic.
You got the seasoning?
Also, some of that spinach. I'm gonna add that to that. But I'm gonna stuff those breasts with the spinach, and that's pretty much the ingredients.
Good.
So then, like I said, I'm just stuff the breast with the spinach, some of the spinach, and the cheeses, and sun-dried tomatoes, and close those up and put them in my cast iron pan here, which I have here, right here, so you can see. There she is. Okay. And put those in the oven, cook, sear them on the stove, and throw them in the oven at about 350, 375, somewhere around there, and just let them cook through. And then sprinkle some parsley and a little more of that rub basil on the top of it
Give
when
me
it's done.
some milk.
Noodles, boil those, of course. Take the marinara sauce, add the fresh garlic, saute some spinach,
and you can make the
put
butter
that in that sauce with that, and just let that cook a little bit, and serve it fresh over the noodles. Right? Never mix the two together to sit. Put it on top of the noodles. Okay, that's going to be the deal. I'll let you see the finished product.
Lot of vendors that's in there. It's a big flea market. It's one section is the Amish
Okay, so
store.
here it is, guys. Here it is.
Wow.
Here's the finished product. All right. So I have my chicken breast there stuffed. You can see it, and it has the spinach, feta, mozzarella, some cream cheese, and some sun-dried tomatoes in there. Okay, sun-dried in there. I know you're not
Amish
able to
get
see them
down,
right now,
get
but they're
down.
in there. Right here, let's get around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And you know they ain't dealing with
then-
chemicals.
there's my bow tie noodles with the
So-
spinach and garlic, and the marinara sauce there, which also has garlic, and some basil that I added to it, and a garlic knot. All right, there it is. That's what we're doing tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, man. They I mean, you figure a whole community of them cats get together and pick up a building and move it, right? If they ain't playing about that, they certainly ain't playing about their food.
Hey everybody, tacos. We all love tacos. I'm making some tacos tonight. Chicken tacos, lime
junk, man.
You know, a lot of people feel that it's really expensive to eat.
It's
healthy,
wholesomeness. That's
but
what
it's
wholesome
not.
looks
And
like.
I'm going to show you guys how I do it sometime. You know, there's a good shortcut, and it's really like all natural, so you don't have to worry about anything. I mean, if you're not a meat eater, then it's not for you. But you do the
So
same
I've
thing
had
with something else like
a couple
jackfruit
of
if you
people
wanted
on my
to.
live.
My whole point is that we all love tacos.
But you know, I need
I'm
more
making some
people
tonight.
to
I'm going
kind
to show
of
you
watch
what I
it,
have,
you know,
the ingredients,
to do
the
what
cost
I'm-
of it.
what
You'll
I
see
wanted
how
to
low
do.
this is. Okay.
But it's the first one. And the
So
computer
here's everything
had
that
to
I
shut
have
off since I
to
started
make the
this one.
tacos. First of all, like I said, the chicken, and
But
it's a
I
cilantro
need
lime
some more
seasoned
people
chicken already
watching.
pre-packaged, pre-seasoned, uncooked from
Yeah,
Aldi's. Check this out. $5.57 for it right
God,
there.
it's something that I was gonna text you for.
No
but I wanted
hormones,
you
no
to call me.
steroids. Okay. You can see the ingredients right there. Some salt. So you don't have to watch the sodium content on this. If you have a heart condition, this might not be for you. You can do the same thing by marinating some chicken and you know, just using something like pink salt instead.
And
this
so
does have
go
some
back to when
sodium
I said,
products
are
in
you
it,
sure
however,
5 is gonna be enough?
it's not too bad. Okay.
Okay.
Some guacamole, Walmart, $3. Pico de
Could you
Gallo,
listen to your
Walmart,
husband?
$3. Tortillas, good brand, not the generic, normally ones that actually is a good. And I like flour tortillas more than I like corn tortillas. Here's my salsa back here, and pink salt.
Except he's still charging 13.
And I don't know that I'm even going to need these for this. I may add a little pepper to this chicken here, but I won't. There's my lettuce cup. No added cilantro.
They paying too much up there
Last
for
thing,
that.
Of course, I have is my cheddar
Okay,
and Monterey
makes you
Jack
appreciate
cheese.
the 30 here.
And that's what I'm going to go ahead and make them with. All
Right? Half of that.
Cool. I'll let y'all see the finished product. Holla.
Because eighth is 3.5, right?
Yep.
Double everything. Double on the cigarettes, double on that.
Not really.
Yeah, for what?
When they start making diet prices.
Right. Right.
Little bit of Georgia, it is.
Okay. I hate that I can't remember what I wanted.
Hey, so I'm really excited today. I'm making a pilau or a paella. You can, whichever version you want. If it's pilau, it's Caribbean. If it's paella, it's Latin. If it's pilaf, it's European. So many different versions. Jollof, it's African, you know. But anyway, today I'm decided that I'm going to do one my way. What does that mean? Well, that means I'm going to be using some really awesome ingredients. Besides the traditional ones for this dish, I'm adding something to it, and I want to thank my sister Lorenda for this. But I'm adding something special, and that is, as you know, I'm into barbecuing and smoking foods. Well, I'm going to use a smoked sausage. Yeah. And not just any sausage. And then I'm going to grill boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So it's going to have a smoked meat and a grilled meat. And the chicken also will be going through the normal process of being
no poo or pee out there.
In brown sugar, in which we call burning. You burn it.
And there's a big butt.
And coat it in that sugar, and then I'm going to grill.
If you're
the
ready
chicken.
for a
But
big
first,
butt.
I want to show you the sausage. Okay,
You've
you've got to see this.
Picture of a big butt.
You've got to see this. Well, let me just get this turned around. This is the sausage, okay? And if you can see, I'm going to pull one out here for you to see. You see that?
See the ingredients? Well, this is a turkey sausage, and it has sun-dried tomato and feta in it. Okay, and then, like I said, of course, the traditional ingredients: carrots, cilantro, tomato, habanero or Scotch bonnet, pigeon peas, coconut milk, little orange pepper, and some scallion or green onion. Okay, so that's what I'm doing tonight, I should say. I'm cooking this as my experiment into this new world that I'm going. I won't say more than that. It's gonna be.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember
What is
the sausage that had the
Apparently she
sun-dried
brought a
tomato and
twig in
feta,
the house,
right?
some piece of
So what I
wood.
did is I smoked those.
Oh my God.
I put them on there and smoked them at about
She
175,
laying down
maybe
here by my
180,
feet all nice.
85, somewhere in that range.
Lord have
I
mercy.
did that for about an hour and a half. Let's say 2 hours almost, right?
Wow.
Lord have
And
mercy.
so what we have now is a nice smoked deal going on there. I'll cut that and show you guys
Say it again.
once I take them inside and get them ready to put them in the dish. Okay.
Say it
All right.
again.
Can't wait. Okay, so what I'm about to do now is I'm preparing the chicken so that I can grill it. Right? We smoked the sausage already, so now we're gonna grill the chicken. Okay, it doesn't take long to grill it, but
If
before
we
we
get a
do
chance,
it, we're
would you
gonna
go to my live and just leave a
brown
comment
it.
and like it?
Okay, Trinidadian style. So we're using brown sugar, vegetable oil,
What you joking
and of
on?
course the chicken, which has been marinated in green seasoning.
Lemonade.
And
Well,
if
that
you can't
lemonade
make
is
green
the
seasoning, which
motherfucker
is
up
easy
here.
to make if you learn,
Gassy
then you can
and
go pick up a
choking you?
brand like this, right? And I just use that, marinated it in there for a couple of hours.
What brand is it?
And then we're gonna go ahead and brown it in this pan, nice and hot.
Wow,
Right?
Kirkland.
It's gonna be super hot. Sugar, oil. Put the chicken in there. You'll see that. All right. Sorry. Okay, so we're browning the sugar. All right. I put the oil in there. The pan is extremely hot, and then I put the brown sugar in there. Now the measurements is just really based on what it is that what you want to make. You can follow the recipes online, of course. But if you do it enough times, you kind of know what it is, right? So we're burning the brown sugar is what we're doing. And then we're going to take the chicken here and put that in there. So you want to stir it in nice. And you want to let that go for a minute, right? You can see the edges turning.
Okay.
Right there. Grab that. Mix that in. That's the icing you want. That's the burning that you want. Okay. Now you got a lot of smoke there, but
Get in at the farmer's market.
that's the action you want. You see more burnt edge. Okay. I'll pull you guys back.
Anywhere you want to be.
Right.
It's burning really fast. These pans get super hot, so don't be afraid to turn the heat down if you have to. Okay. So that's burning really well. I can see it here, even if you can't. It's really dark. See that?
What is it? Huh?
And because this is a true Caribbean pot, right? So it's not sticking or anything like that. And then we're going to add the chicken in there. So we grab the chicken and put that in there.
It took me 2 days to do this one account. Yeah. It was a doozy.
So we're going to mix that in real
It
good.
was a doozy.
All of it, put it real well.
I'm sorry we had to deal with such a dude.
You know, compared to the rest of the day, I really ain't mad at it.
Smell.
Right?
It's not what you think. You might think you smell burning.
Compared to the rest of the day, that was the least of my
Chicken
worries.
hits it. And it starts to do that thing. Turn the fire back up just a little bit. A lot of browning in there. And that's pretty much what you're buying when you buy browning. You're buying this stuff, except depending upon the brand you buy.
Okay.
Flavorings they use.
That's
You get it,
beautiful.
but this way is natural. Sugar.
That's beautiful.
And simple.
Yeah.
So you let that get coated real good there.
That means
And then we're gonna put that on the grill for just a little while, just to get some real flavor into it, which is gonna add on to the flavor.
I just don't know how people live with that type of cost up there.
Okay, so you know the chicken thighs, right? That we browned on the stove in the Caribbean pot, right? With the brown sugar oil. Okay.
Right.
So we've grilled those. Okay.
You cannot.
And, oh man, I'm excited about this. They're still very tender, as you can see.
The good thing about
You know,
my
they're not
mom is that, you know,
grilled
her house
hard or
is big
anything.
enough, so she ain't
I
gotta
wanted to
pay
get
mortgage
that
and
grilled
things like
flavor
that.
in there on
Right.
and then cut those up and put that in the pilau or paella, right? Pick a P word. All of the rice dishes have a P. Okay, pretty much. Alrighty, so we're gonna get the pot going now. Okay, guys, here we go. Now we're putting together the whole thing. All right, the sausage has been done, smoked. It's smoked, like I said, for almost 2 hours. Chicken has been burnt with sugar and grilled. Okay, this is very different from what they do in the islands. Trust me. This is my version. And now
I know what I wanted to
cut
tell
up
you.
all
I
of
remember.
my vegetables that I'm putting in there.
So I had
have
set up this
carrot,
live to start recording
really fresh
at
carrot,
2 o'clock.
orange bell pepper for some sweetness.
And you know, I took a
We
nap.
have scallions right there, and the red, that's the habanero. And then next to that is the minced garlic. Okay,
I spoke to you like whatever time it was you
Great
called.
for your immune
The
system.
phone rang again. I
And then
didn't
at the
answer
end,
it.
we'll
I
use the
knew it wasn't
cilantro.
you.
I have the
So I didn't
pigeon
answer.
peas here. I'm
And I
using
went back
canned,
to
and you can
sleep.
do that. It's okay. Just make sure you rinse them and
I heard you
get
say honey,
the sodium and all that stuff out of there.
and I sat up.
And then some really good
And I was
coconut
getting ready to
milk. You can see
ignore
that
it
it's really
and
thick.
lay
It's
back
good
down. And I
coconut
said,
milk.
no, hold on.
So
Look
we're
at
gonna
the
use that,
phone.
okay? So the
Look at
pan
the phone.
has
It was
been getting
2:04.
hot. Let me touch that. Yeah, that's pretty hot.
And
I'm gonna
the,
put
and
the
the way
oil
you
in there
said honey
now.
was like an urgency. Like, honey, you know.
Okay, get some oil in
Listen,
there. Let that get hot for a second. I'm really excited about this. You guys have no idea.
You were alerting
You heard that, Pop? Seriously,
So
I'm
you woke
excited
me
about
up.
this. These rice dishes are going to be so great. So many different types that I'm going to create for you guys. All right, and then I'm going to start putting
Right.
in the vegetables. Now, of course, we're going to start first with the carrot.
You woke me up so I wouldn't sleep through.
Right? I've diced them. You can see that they're all about
When my live was supposed to start. Even though I started it a couple minutes late.
Dice those. Put that in there.
You woke
It's
me up.
Asian, not only with the carrot, after you adding sweet peas, you know?
Thank you.
It's what Asian.
You're welcome.
This is definitely my spin on a Caribbean version. Okay. All right. And now
I'm there
let's get
even when I'm
the
not there.
peppers and scallion in there as well.
It's good to know.
Go ahead and mix
Yeah.
and scallion. Let's get it right there.
I was very thankful.
Habanero and the garlic.
So right now that video of the palau that I made is playing, right? Because on the live, the way I got it, I'm sharing my playlist while you see me live. So a piece of that video played earlier, and I was like, yeah, my wife didn't like this because I was talking into the camera. My wife didn't like this. Told me don't do this again, you know.
Coming out there. Get a piece of cilantro got in there. And then I got put it in. Cilantro is really a replacement for cilantro. And if you were in the islands, it would be shadow venom.
I mean, your mom likes to go, don't she?
Similar flavor profile. But I'm in Georgia, in the United States, so guess what? I didn't see any cilantro out there, so I got
That's what I was trying to tell you last night. You was too frustrated though. You was like, Or the day before yesterday, one or the other. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Hey, let me shut up. I'm gonna keep mixing those around. No, I'm over take to the camera.
You said to me, I'm not a good daughter.
That's what I want to do is
I'm
get
not
the
that
chicken
kind of daughter.
ready
Like when we
to
walked into the
be
flea
able to put
market,
into
I
the
was like,
dish,
Mommy,
right?
what's stopping at the store? She's like, no.
With the
I'm
chicken,
mad that she ain't stopping at
I
the
burnt
store.
myself there.
Wow.
I want to chop that, all right? So I'm going to chop this
I knew
chicken
that was gonna happen.
real quick, these 4 thighs, and then
I don't have the patience for
at
that.
some point I'll be ready to add those to it. The rice
I'm gonna get in
that
and
goes
get out.
in last, along with coconut milk. Oh, and I've got some vegetable broth that I'm going to put in there too. Didn't use chicken broth or anything like that. Well, maybe chicken broth, but I have vegetable broth, so I'm going to use that. Okay. So let's chop up this chicken.
Not you at all.
So then the chicken's not cooked all the way. You don't want that. Just want some of the grill flavor on there.
Something is wrong with my left wrist. It's been like stiff and hurting.
I mean, you were moving stuff.
Okay, so those are sweated down pretty good. All right. And now we're going to go ahead and add our chicken into that. Okay. Let's get the chicken in there. Mix that around. Now I'm going to add salt. This is the time to add the salt for me. You know why? Because none of the other stuff is saturated in it, you know? Nothing's saturated in the salt. This is Himalayan pink salt, right? You're a busy girl, working hard. Put a fair amount in there.
Working hard for the money.
Himalayan isn't as salty as other salts, like iodized salt, stuff like that. But you get it in there, and I wish you guys could smell this coming off of here. The burnt off of the brown sugar and oil on the chicken.
No, what?
Then the grilling of it.
He's going off on Will Smith, talking about he's a liar and a fraud.
I'm
Wow.
going to add the sausage.
Talk about jealousy.
Yeah.
Man, because his money is dried up.
So here's the sausage.
But,
Get that in
what
there.
makes him a liar
And
and a
the sun-dried
fraud? Because
tomato
he
and
spent
feta.
3 years of doing all the right things
Very
in one
unique
day.
profile.
He slapped a
This
man.
is not traditional Caribbean at all.
Like,
Whoops.
okay.
Sorry, took that away from me.
You're a failed comedian. Fraud.
Yeah.
The only time you can get a gig is if your boy Adam Sandler puts you in a movie.
Right?
Oh, that's
That's a fraud.
That is killer. That is killer. This is going to be something so different. I am really excited for this flavor profile. Grilled chicken, smoked turkey sausage with feta and sun-dried tomato.
This ain't 18. You won't start that.
All right, so the sausage, the chicken, the vegetables, the garlic, all that's been cooking together. So now it's time to add the cooking to it.
I'm like, man,
So let's do
do you
that.
think I like my cigarettes by rubbing toothpicks together? Yeah.
That around.
I'm sure she wants to partake with you at some point.
Mm-hmm. She got her own little apparatus.
Whoa, does she now?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Ah,
Now,
boy, people are something else.
now we'll add the rice.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
This is parboiled rice. The invoice isn't for
About 2.5 cups of parboiled rice.
how did they get? You know, when I look at people and what they do,
Coconut milk.
gosh,
Really, really
I know why they didn't pick this one up.
heavy coconut milk. So, see that? This is why we're going to add a little. There we go. There you go. You saw the milk come out then. And add a little bit of vegetable broth to that. But let's mix this around. Mix that all around.
Oh no. You can't.
Heard the pot cool down now, right? I didn't turn the fire down. Just coconut milk.
So I was talking to my mom today about, moving to St. Vincent.
We got that all cooking together.
And apparently,
Let's get this
if you buy a container, get a container,
vegetable broth.
you can ship your
Put
car
that in there.
and get a
And
modular
cover
home.
it and let it cook.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Yep, but you have to
I added the vegetable broth along with the coconut milk you saw,
Uh-huh.
and it's cooking down now. Look at that. You see that? Oh, gosh.
That's interesting.
I wish you guys could catch these flavors coming out of here. Just aroma. It's
Very interesting.
It's really driving me crazy. I swear to you, it's definitely Caribbean. That's in there. You can't help it because of the seasonings, right? Green seasoning with the chicken and burning the chicken and the different things
That's a
there
lot of
that we
noise.
added, but
I mean, they right in front of me mowing the
the
front
smoking
yard.
of the sausage and having that sun-dried tomato and feta flavor in there, what other flavorings they use, I have no idea. Probably some basil, maybe coriander. I can get a whiff of that. But oh my gosh, this is just amazing aroma. So I'm gonna let that boil like that for a minute and turn it down, and then let it simmer. I'm gonna leave the top off now. I had the top on there for a while. So we're gonna leave the top off now so it'll cook down. And I mean, this is pretty much done. Just need the water to cook out. Yeah, guys. Pilau. Okay, so here we go. Here it is. This is my version of a pilau.
The complex does everything. They just hire a company and just mow everybody's yard on different days.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. I guess it's part of the fees they pay to live there.
Mm-hmm. That part of Jersey I like, because they make things very easy.
Go.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, it's done. I am excited, crazy excited about this. Like, this is one of the avenues that I'm going down. It's very different. So this is the final product. You saw the last video with it. And
oh yeah,
I added the cilantro in there now. Okay, at the end after it cooled down some, because I didn't want it to overwhelm. I didn't want it to cook the cilantro. So here's the taste.
That's that garden state living, boy.
Aren't they lucky?
Gas and we get everything at easy access.
Aren't they lucky?
That is different. That is different. Let me find some chicken. Yeah. I had a piece just now, the bite that I had sausage. So now I want to get it with some chicken.
Okay, right there.
And what invoice?
Let's see what that's like.
What invoice? Doesn't exist.
I got to tell you, in the background, my wife and I tasted it before I did this video part. No. And she was right. I didn't get what she got. I didn't do that. I let her taste it. With the sausage, it becomes more Asian flavor, right?
I got
Without
no viewers
just
again.
the chicken, it's definitely Caribbean. I used one habanero, one ghost pepper. You can feel that heat in there. You can taste the burnt sugar, which you want to do. You want that in there. But the sweetness of the carrot and the orange pepper. Wow, this is really good. You can actually choose your bite with this right here. You want some Caribbean? Leave out the sausage. You want to add a little bit of Asian flavor to it? Grab up a piece of sausage with it. It's all good either way. I love it. It's my version of pilau. You know, P is for rice. Okay. All right.
What does that mean?
What is that? What does what mean? Yes, so I made it so that wait, let me get my earbuds, okay? Hold on. First I gotta ouch. Hey everybody, New York, and I went to Niagara Falls. I went there for a sad reason. I had lost a cousin named Darren, and although we had never met in person, we had spoken several times on the phone. He is Elaine. His last name is Woods, so he's Elaine in the Woods. You know, it was just a sad occasion. But I did get to see family that I had never met in person before. And it also gave me an opportunity to do a couple of things I had never done before, which you'll see here. But yeah, so I'm thankful for the trip. And shout out to my cousin Kim. She everything. And my cousin Jason. He was there. We were shared the room and had a great time together, even though, again, it was a sad occasion. But nonetheless, I want to share with you a couple of images and videos from the trip, and I hope you enjoy that as much as I enjoyed those parts. And there's a photo and video that I didn't get to take while I was there, and that was of a little nightclub that we went to, sort of a speakeasy type of situation, but it's also where I got some phenomenal buffalo wings, different flavors. So anyway, Buffalo, New York, thank you so much for having me. And Niagara Falls, Canada, hey, thank you to the border agents that made it pretty easy for us to get through. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoy. Right? It was an African channel. From the dark. People were speaking their own language here and there.
MC, me. No, not Mars.
It wasn't just for Americans.
No train derailer. Nah. Skip past the flick, homie, more than a trailer. It's a full-blown restart. White chin retard. Don't get juice, cause ours got recharged. God gave instruction. No more destruction. Deduction.
With your daughter.
This is my cousin
Maybe you
Nicole,
can figure out how to clean
and
up
she
her mess.
is awesome. Like me, she's a foodie. That's her family right there. Beautiful. Everyone, this is my cousin Maddie, and you want to talk about just the most loving and genuine person on the planet. She is it. I just wish we had spent more time together while I was there. And
it's also a nice
on
way
our
to
last day,
potentially get
she
people to
made
see my
us
videos
this
and, like,
meal.
They may
I'm
get
telling you,
interested and want to see them, you know?
Oh my God, it was so good. Delicious. Thank you so much, Maddie.
Through the wall like ice by barge, cause nothing can stop the full odds recharge. But yeah, I keep going, folk. Life egg me yo. Allergic to neediness, me don't do broke. Plus I never bought into the laziness. Nah, never was I caught up in the craziness. Nah, I'm raw flush, trunk tight, yeah, all aces. Like any complex circuit phases, amazes is me that. Wheels hit the track, brother did come back. Cutlass to Cadillac, now I'm wide open, bro. Nothing can stop the trunk. GH smash yo harder. Blind go. Code I live by. Reputation don't rise. Levitation I fly. CTE swag job made it do what it do. Guess it's true. Show it. 1, 2. Who knew success paid for me glue? Imagine how a brother feel knowing he can feed his guy. Imagine how my mother feel knowing that she raised a man. Nothing too hard. When you roll with the power of God, recharge. I've seen a lot of failure come from it. I've been down the roads up above it. So recharge. Now I know you live what you say. So I'm on to my word every day, every day. And I'ma break through the wall like ice by barge. Cause nothing can stop the full odds. Recharge. Club hopping, bottle popping, model rocking balls. Nothing stopping, always topping, nickname odds. It pleases is me to do what I do. Cause now my moves look like his do. Program in place, big smiles, kids face. No more lane chase, be on snail pace. Passport, visa, reach Antigua. Health, no fever, God believer. Voltage on high do, too close, get screwed. WWJ, hey, what would he do? Probably like me, it just might be time to let the worry go.
I got in the truck the other day. Local drugs, money, and even blocks made us think that we really own something. Nothing from nothing, no deep, no least leave nothing. Do the math, motherfucker. Add up the figure.
Okay, just for the record, this is the moment that my little cousins discovered that I had bars. Okay.
Come on. We went from pulling on cotton to pulling on triggers. The funny part is we killing the wrong people, giving the best to future people like you. And maybe you think that this guy's mind is evil, but really I'm hanging from the trees for the people. It doesn't matter to me if they speak to the nuts. The only thing that does want the blood to the guts.
That was a result of that day.
I think a lot of that made out on that day.
So then it brings the question, what is it the fuel line? Is it because I run that truck?
The way I see it, we trust them too much. Accept they shit like pressure plates in the clutch. Enough is enough. Call it spade. The main drug deals forming the drug ribbons. Killing us with AIDS and other man-made diseases. Waiting for death for a chance to meet Jesus. Making leaves is a dirty rotten shame. You think that you a player?
I got it. Well, there no longer as I said earlier. I'm talking to this new guy who's been working at a Ford dealership.
Okay, on my market, you'll say go. Time to get him back now. What you're
talking to me like I'm stop him. I was like, hey, wait a minute.
The whole plan they sold you was a motherfucker.
I need you to understand something. I built the car from scratch that I drove to Georgia from Pennsylvania. So let's be clear here.
Let's see who popped out the side of their neck. And then down you
I think that slowed him down. Like, okay, hold on. Let me get right with this guy.
I'm back from the darkness. Who is the hardest? MC, me. No, not modest. Can't accept failure.
I've
No
seen
train
worse
to raid.
scenarios
Skip
where
past the flick
Ford
on me
didn't
more
cover
than a trailer.
warranties.
It's a
I'm like,
full
okay,
blown
well,
restart.
Ford ain't
Right
GM.
chin retard. Don't get juice cause ours got
I got bucked with
recharged.
a bumper. I
God
said,
gave
mine's
instruction.
covered from
No
tip to
more
tail on top
destruction.
of bottom.
Production, reluctance,
So-
substance, abundance went through the
Well,
valley.
no, I said tip to
Dollars
tail
didn't
on top
tally.
of
Hey,
tummy.
race
So
like
I, you know.
rally. Hey, desert like Cali. Yeah, had no recourse but to make a sudden flip. Okay, dip like I said and took a risk on the kid flips. The wind drifts
telling me
didn't
that I
stack
might
high
be
as the mind trips. Oasis had to be over that low cliff.
The
Don't mind the
Chargers
height at
for
all.
rental
Ain't
car.
afraid to take a fall. No pain Tylenol. Most of Paul never stalled.
homie, nothing too hard. When you roll with the power of God.
And that was my
Recharge.
argument.
Seen a lot of
I'm
failure
spending an
come
extra
from it.
$200 and something a month for a warranty.
I'm over here still in Canada. I got to tell you, very different.
Why?
I was in
Am I
Canada
having a conversation
years ago when I was about 19,
about
and it was, in
paying for a
Windsor,
rental car?
right across from Detroit.
We don't give out courtesy
That was a
cars
good
anymore.
experience, but I was really 19.
Not my
Didn't
problem.
appreciate
You
the
did what I
environment I
signed
was
up.
in. But man, this place, There's a little bit of everything going on.
Man,
I mean, from shop goods, street
I've been with Rick
goods,
Hendricks 9 years.
souvenir
and all of a sudden I'm
spots. You
feeling
got a
like
guy
I
out here
couldn't be
blowing
with y'all.
bubbles like, Vegas Strip or something like
I
that.
had to cuss
Check this
the
out.
girl out that didn't want to get them and transfer them
Cuban
to him.
cigars. I was
Cussed
just in
her
that
out good.
place. I'm not a huge cigar smoker, but I have smoked one. In fact,
swear
my
words. I said, hey,
screensaver is actually me smoking
I told
a cigar.
you when I called this is an emergency.
And
So it's 10 o'clock in the morning. Don't tell me he's not in the office. He's there somewhere. So
and that goes back to when I was a child. My
get him on
grandfather
the
and
fucking
great
phone.
uncle
Or I go on Google and start
always
putting
gave
up
me a
whole bunch of
cigar.
crappy
There's
reviews,
pictures
and
of
you don't
me as
want
a
that
child
from a
with
high
cigars.
influencer.
I don't know where those pictures are anymore, unfortunately. But
And I take my business somewhere, and you explain that to the owner.
I went in just to take a look. My cousin's in there shopping. He's getting cigars.
So don't say that no more.
I'm not,
And she said, "Okay, well,
no need to,
what's the
especially
issue? What's
because
the
I'm
reason for the
thrifty,
call?"
right?
I said, "And don't you fucking ask me that."
$16 for one little cigar. I'm
Because I
good.
already told you what that I was calling for. I told you that when I
Anyway,
called.
Canada.
If you're not listening,
Ripley's,
then I
believe it
definitely
or
don't
not,
need you on the phone.
Ripley's selfie
Get the person on
studio.
your phone now.
A hall of
wait.
mirrors.
That
This
motherfucker
place
was
is
on there in 3
unbelievable.
minutes.
Fever, God believer, voltage on high to
He went to explain to him where he was and what he was doing. I said, "I'm sure you have a full plate, and I understand that. I understand that I'm a customer and I have an emergency. If you're not able to, then you certainly have someone you can delegate to."
Trying different foods. And again, my cousin Nicole,
she
God bless you as well.
Receptionist, whatever,
This is awesome.
whatever she is.
And I love
She had
you,
the wrong
Maddie.
one this morning.
I love you. Thank you so
And he had
much,
the wrong one.
guys. I hope you
Everybody gonna learn
something that kind of made you want to go and visit.
I'm frustrated because I'm paying a lot of money for this truck.
As always, it's Oz.
He said, "We're having a problem getting
FTYBR.
transmission parts." I'm like, "So what's going on now with Chevy's transmission?"
As always,
that's why I got away from
you get
Kia.
yourself
Well, I
a
ain't
great
lie, I got
review.
away from Kia, but
Alrighty, thank you.
finance company got me away from Kia. Let's just be clear here.
Hey guys, Munchkins, how are you? Listen, while I was here, I made a commitment to trying two things. The first one was authentic buffalo wings, and in that process, I learned a lot. It's not just about a hot wing. There's more to it, and I was at a place tonight called Swings, that has multiple flavors, and this guy really loves to consider himself a connoisseur. Kobe of his craft. So that said, I ordered 3 types of wings, and I want to share those with you. Okay. All right. So the first one is the. Let's see. This is the.
That's crazy.
Honey chili wings. Okay. The honey. No. Is it hot? No. It's hot Cajun. That's what it is. Hot Cajun. Okay. So. There's the hot Cajun ones. You see that, right? All right. Now, here's the wing. Okay. All right. It's cooled down a little bit because I've traveled from that location to my hotel room.
Nope.
But
it's a chick.
I ate them hot there, and they still had a crisp on the outside. Whoops! And the meat on the inside.
I'm getting ready to pay for it for real now.
It wasn't dried out. These are small wings. They also sell whole wings.
If I don't laugh at everything that's going on this week, honey,
but I got them for the purpose of sampling. Okay.
I'd be
the flavor on that one. It's not bad at all. It's not overly spicy. The honey actually gives it some balance. And so when you think Cajun, you kind of say, okay, it's going to be very spicy, but it's not. It's a really nice wing. All right. The next one
23
is the sweet chili. So that was the honey Cajun. This is the sweet chili.
Ah, I found one.
All right.
30.
I got to tell you right now, this happens to be my favorite. So this is the honey honey
Where
chili.
did they get that from? You know what? I can't with people. I can't with people. It doesn't line up.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good.
2380.
You get the chili flavor in there. You can feel the tingle. And then the sweetness, whatever they're using on that. Maybe honey, I'm not sure. Whatever he's using on that. Just want to show you that. You can see the red pepper flakes in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's really nice. It's a good wing. And the last one was a traditional, what most people consider to be a buffalo wing.
Right. She didn't.
Okay. When I first ate this wing at the location, the only reason I didn't feel myself eating it hot there, there was so much noise.
Right.
It's a club.
And they weren't in plastic or nothing. So
swings. And there was so much noise, I just knew you wouldn't hear me. I told him, I don't know how he did this. This hot wing. But the hot is, I described it as a nice hot. It hits your tongue, but it doesn't burn your lips. And therefore, it doesn't make you not want to eat more. Like you're not reaching immediately for something to drink to take the hot down. It's a nice hot. Just very well done. And this chili one, the sweet chili wing, that is my absolute favorite one. I love the hot wing too. This one, I'm gonna say that I like it, but it wouldn't be my top favorite. I would definitely order those other two before that one, but that's just my personal preference. Other people may feel completely different. My cousin was with me, and she ordered lemon pepper wings, and I tasted one of those, and they were awesome. Really good dry lemon pepper wing. So, yeah, swings in Buffalo, New York.
And tell his wife to
up next is going to be something that you might not expect. I want to tell you now, but I just want to say to you that it's international.
That would be the two for nobody.
Hey guys, Munchkins. It's a very hot and sweaty Oz. Look at this. I've been walking. So the second dish that I promised you guys is poutine. And you get that in Canada. So guess where I am? Yeah, Canada. Niagara Falls to be exact. And this is poutine. Yeah, looks interesting, right? So it's cheese curds, it's gravy, and it's French fries. That's it. And I'm getting ready to try some. It's my first time having poutine. Right. Look at that cheese.
He knows you're there. He damn sure ain't thought about coming.
We do this in Pittsburgh. We just don't, as my cousin Kim said, we just don't use cheese curds. We use like the mozzarellas, sometimes feta. But I think this comes down to the cook of the French fries and the flavor of the gravy, and the cheese just adds that extra element. Look at what I mean. See them pull, which is a nice pull. It really is. And the gravy, to me, it's not anything special. And I am at a kind of a tourist spot, so it's not necessarily gourmet. So anyway, like I said, that's about it. It's like I don't think it's actually special or anything. I just wanted to try it for the first time, and I wanted to share it with you guys. You know why, right? I'm Oz. You're the Munchkins. I had to do it. So do yourself a favor in Canada. This is considered a great urban eat. Go get yourself one too. All right? I'll see y'all later. Follow the yellow brick road, baby.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have yourself a great urban eat. I just did. And you have a great night. All right? All righty.
And it's already posted. All wrong. All wrong.
Excellent. Mix faster, Nick.
I tried.
Adding what?
I wanted to take a moment to honor and thank Cooking with Linja, Lynn Yamada. She, I used her videos to, do some remixes on YouTube. And I just loved her style. And she was funny, which is pretty much what I am, I think.
Merrick Garland, I
And
think, or somebody,
she,
or Ronald
like me,
Johnson.
was into food much deeper than I am. But she inspired me in a lot of ways in a very short
never
period of time.
stops.
I think I only did like 3, which is
It never
the
stops.
3 that you just saw there. I remixed those videos, and always great reception from the YouTube audience. But more importantly, they made me laugh, and made me feel good. And so to her family, my condolences to you. I know I'm a little late, but my prayers and thoughts are with you. And may her memory provide you all with many happy moments as they have and will for me. Rest with God.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, this is our
Okay.
16-pound brisket that we smoked for 16 hours. Just the bark on that. I mean, that is just phenomenal.
Vote.
And we used cherry and applewood. You see the little puddle there. Cherry and applewoods, again, 16 hours at about 220. And this slice here, I want you to see the smoke ring on this and the coke.
Not pretty.
It's just phenomenal.
That's what they do.
Beautiful piece of meat, butchered myself, ready for some tacos or some chili.
Shouldn't be able to.
Yeah. Smoked brisket. Hey everyone, it's me, Oz again, and tonight I'm going to be showing you guys the All-American style meal that I mentioned to you in a previous video.
Yes.
And I hope you enjoy it. But so, with me saying that, what is an American meal? A typical American meal is steak and potatoes, right? Steak and potatoes, okay? For me, throw a salad on the side, right? So my version tonight will be portobello mushroom with as the steak per se, quote steak, with sweet potato puree,
Okay, thank you.
and a microgreen salad. And it's not real microgreens,
Okay,
it's just
thank
I'm using
you.
baby and small, okay? So let me show you here.
Love
Quick
you.
portobello mushrooms. We're gonna marinate in Worcestershire sauce with some garlic and some coriander. And then they're gonna roast that. And then for the salad, that's going to be baby spinach with Zima tomatoes, which are very sweet. I'm going to really finely slice some radish and add some really finely sliced red bell pepper, which is already marinated. Okay, I like those, by the way. I use them on a lot of different things. And that will be it. So tonight I'm using a food processor, which I haven't done in a while, and you saw that in the background. I didn't have to do that for chili. But I'll be using that tonight to make the puree. Okay. And in that puree, we're going to season it with brown sugar, allspice, and cinnamon. All right, it's going to be really good. So it's my spin on the classic American steak and potato. Okay. All right. So right now, what I'm doing is that I'm boiling the potatoes here. You can see. Okay. Just 2 sweet potatoes. That's all I need. I'm boiling those right now. And not really to cook them, but to get the skin loose. And then I'm going to take them out and peel them when they come out, cool them down a little bit and peel them. They'll peel real easy. Slice them into chunks and season them, and then put that in the food processor to make the puree. But I'm doing the potatoes now so that they'll have time to cool down while I'm doing the other things. So with that being said, the next thing I need to do is marinate my portobello mushroom. So I'm gonna go here. Okay, right here is my mixing bowl. And I'm just gonna take those slices and open them up, wash them off, right? So you guys will be able to see me doing that. I'm trying to get the camera set so you can see me. All right, here we go. So I'm going to take those and wash them off. I have my strainer here that actually goes to the pot that the potatoes are in. So I'm just going to use that to rinse those off. And then once I rinse them, I will leave them in the strainer to drain out some. So rinse those real quick. I like the earthiness of portobello mushrooms, but the most important thing is the texture, of course. It's all about the texture, you know. They just firm up well. They give you a lot of bite, right? When I talk about resistance because of behaviors that we're used to from eating other foods. All right, so we're just gonna let that hang out for a minute. Right there. And I'm gonna get this Worcestershire sauce opened up and put that along with my seasoning in the bowl. Okay. No, don't need a lot of it. Just get that. And then I have my ground coriander. Okay. Coriander. Really bright, like lemony, I guess. But again, that's just to bring a little brightness. You don't need a lot, just a touch of it. I would say that's about a half a teaspoon at best, something like that. It's really, and then I'll may use more if I need to use more Worcestershire sauce, but I doubt that I will. Salt and pepper, right?
Okay.
Okay. Of course, kosher salt. Not too much of that because Worcestershire has its own saltiness. And the pepper, again, thinking of a steak, right? And you like that, you know, that heartiness of a steak, right? So black pepper, okay? Coarse ground, by the way. Alrighty, and my whisk. Don't require a lot of whiskey. Take the mushrooms, put them in there. I'm going to put in the pieces that I know, the biggest pieces that I'm going to use. Put those marinate in there like that. Don't take a lot again. Tonight I'm just cooking for one, right? So I don't need a lot. So I want to make the equivalent of a steak, you know. Again, it doesn't take a lot, but I'll show you how I'm layering that in there. So I'm maximizing what I'm using. It's a really big, healthy piece. And